Hey guys, how are you? Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry. Look, every time with these Friday things I run late. Don't know why, but that's apparently what happens every single time. Mayor, I see you have joined. Yeah, I know you're from my Superbru stuff. Can't remember how you did though. Okay, all my sound's good and everything. Okay, they're gonna go live almost. They're talking about the the drafts and everything now. Whew, I don't know why every time I get these technical difficulties just before this thing, but yeah, can't wait for it. Can't wait for international rugby. I don't know if any of you guys have gotten your tickets or your ballot results for the Lions tour. I actually got mine. I'm actually going to the last game at Emirates Park. I can't wait for it. It's going to be flipping massive. Yeah, don't know about you guys. If you guys have gotten results back for that. Hey Grant, how are you? Happy Heritage Day for yesterday as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You're probably still in the desert. Did you cry a little bit over there? I got a little braai going as well. Okay, they're still giving a little bit of an introduction here at the moment of who's gonna pick what and how it's gonna work and all that stuff. Yeah, can't wait for the game. The Lions game is gonna be flipping awesome. Okay, everyone's in the studio except Rassi. He's actually just online with them. I hope the introductions with this thing isn't too long. Last time it was very long before they actually got into the games and stuff. I see this thing here next to me isn't so clear as I would have wanted it. That's not gonna work. It's on channel 201. That's what I have it as. It's no, then you can't see me. That's my list of players I thought are probably gonna make it. This might look better. No, also not. Sorry guys. Yeah, there's a lot of sevens players. They're talking about all the sevens players that can actually be in here, and I'm excited for that. That there's a lot of sevens players in all the teams this year. We have Werner Kop. I'm excited for Angelo Davids that has joined the Stormers. He's great. Diamane, he's a seven star that's been at the Lions for a while. At the Bulls, they have Hans and what's the other guy's name? It's Hans and I think it's another Davids or something like that. Yeah, still talking about introductions here. Sorry, guys. Like I said last time, they don't give a lot of information out, so I'm just winging it as it goes. As long as all the sound and everything is good, I'm happy over here. So remember, it's Dion Davids being the coach of the one team, and then it is Stick, the coach of the other team. The Ninaber and Rassi are just commissioners of the teams. Who knows what that is? Guys that just joined, they are going to announce the teams now. I will tell you what the teams are like they announce them, but for the moment, they are just having a little bit of an introduction and all that type of stuff. Yeah, Zane Davids, he also joined the Bulls. They have three sevens players at the Bulls at the moment. There's sevens players everywhere. I would, I would have loved to, but unfortunately, copyright will kill me for that. YouTube will not be happy with that stuff. So I'd rather just stay on the safe side and just announce everything afterwards. Sorry about that. Ideally, we would have had a little bit of a partnership between Supersport and the YouTubers, but that's not how it works. Uh, yeah, they are still talking about the introduction. I will tell you when they are getting in. I do think, though, the one captain will probably be Vermeulen and Kulisi. I think that's probably a good call in my way. I'd love it if the two number 10s are the two youngsters, Bosch versus Willemse, with maybe Yankees slotting in at number 12. They are talking about shifting him out there more often. So hopefully that does happen. I'd love to see those two youngsters up against each other. No problem, man. If I could, I would. Unfortunately, these guys aren't too nice with us on the YouTube community. Hey, the players are actually joined in on live calls. It's actually all of them are scratching their heads and stressed over here. It's Noche and Odendaal. Everyone's live in the Zoom, scratching their heads and stressed for this picks. I think it's going to be quite interesting, actually. So the rules for this is the players are divided by positions. A coin toss determines which commissioner slash coach picks first. The draw proceeds by position, with coach having the first choice with position 1, then coach B having the first choice for position 2. Okay, that's more or less the rules for that, the announcements. It's quite exciting. I've always wanted a little bit of drafts in South Africa. Yeah, Sia versus Dwayne teams, I think, are pretty brilliant teams, I would say, for that. Who's going to be the vice captains, though? Probably looking at guys like Trevor Nyakane. Who else? Upton Yankees? Vice captains are maybe a little bit of. They're talking about strategy a little bit of who's going to pick what. So Rassi's saying he doesn't think tight heads are going to be the most important in this game. He's probably going to take a little bit more of a running type of team. Let's see what he goes. But they're just talking tactics at the moment. They love giving these intros. So remember, it's Rassi and Stick in the one team, and then it's Davids and Ninaber in the other team. So we'd love to see how these things go out. It's just awesome to me that the players are actually live as well. The live draft is on Supersport, channel 201. If you can watch it, I do see you have a Canadian flag over there, so don't know if you'll be able to. But if you can, that's where the live drafts are on Supersport 201. Otherwise, I'm just going to announce the teams straight after they said each name. That's your alternative. Sorry, man. Yeah, thought that Canadian maple leaf might be a little bit of a problem for you for watching it live. Yeah, remember the injuries as well they're talking about. Nkosi is out, Fasi is out, Tambwe is out. What's the other guy's name? Mapimpi, he's not out with the injury, but he's playing in Japan. So there's a lot of guys that are actually out from the Sharks. There's not a lot of other injuries. Guys like Peter Steftetwe, he's injured. That would have been a great guy to have in this game. We want him back, but yeah. You're in Canada too. I don't know. I think Grant is South African, or he's South African living in Bahrain. So I don't know if the rest of you guys are also Canadians. Let me know, where are you guys from? That would be the awesomest thing to know. Yeah, they had a lot of injuries. That really changed how I picked what's going to happen this weekend with the Superfan Saturday. I would have said Sharks favorite over the Bulls, but with all those injuries in the back line, problems. Oh, you're living in the UK. Tomorrow, the Superfan Saturday is going to be shown on Sky Sport. I did see that. It's going to be in the UK, so you're lucky over there. I don't know about the Canadians, though, but I know it's over there. Living in Canada. Yeah. Hopefully, weather is treating you nicely over there. It's super hot here at the moment. The wingers to look at, I wish this thing next to me was a little bit clearer, but the wingers, if I look here next to me, I'd probably say Speckman is a guy to look at. Sanatla, Makwane, the guy that came from the Cheetahs to the Lions, great guy to look at. Who else was in form? Peterson from the Stormers as well, but actually in form wingers in South Africa, it's going to be a difficult one. It's not actually a lot of them. So it's going to be interesting to see who actually gets picked at the end of the day. From Netherlands, good to see you here as well. Yeah, I saw yesterday, I'm on Twitter, if you want to follow me there. On Twitter, they showed that on Sky Sports UK, it's going to be shown. So that is definite over there. I think, what's the kickoff times? It's probably going to be 2:30 and 6 o'clock, something like that. It's an hour earlier for you guys. Sorry, let me just hear what they're talking about. They're talking about guys that they might leave out. They're gonna feel bad for them, like guys like Van der Merwe that might be left out or something like that. It's gonna be exciting for this one. No, none of the Bok wingers are actually playing anymore. Okay, now they're listing the players here that are next to me at the moment. I can maybe just do this to remind you of the players that are available for the picks. Now they're talking about who they had their eyes on. It's really like the NFL drafts at the moment. Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a bloodbath in the first couple of weeks. The coaches over here, they don't want to give too much away. They are saying, they're asking who did you look out at tight head maybe in the first couple of weeks or so. And they just like, no, I'm not going to tell you right now. It's my secret for now. I'll keep it secret. They don't want to give too much away before this draft. Yeah, they're talking about having strong tight fives. That's an obvious one. Where at lock time, it's actually going to be important as well to know who the locks are, because of all the injuries the South Africans had. Springboks have RG Snyman is out, Evan Etzebeth is out, and Loet de Jager is out. So new guys need to come in. Guys like Jason Jenkins, Manjesi, those are the guys that we are looking at. Willie Leroux, he is playing in Japan at the moment, so he's not gonna be picked for this one. It's only domestic stars at the moment. Yeah, they are actually talking about picking a lot of youngsters as well on the bench. They're not just gonna pick seniors. So maybe not 18-year-olds, but a guy like the fly half Voliter that moved to the Stormers now. Very young star. He's probably a future Springbok. They're talking about him for that. So going to be exciting to see if he does get picked. They're still just talking about what they are planning, the guys they're looking out for, all that type of stuff. Yeah, like Blues set over there, 29 CFC Blues. It's only local players being picked, so it's building a bit of depth for the Springboks as well, because the Springboks actually are going to go to the Rugby Championships with probably a local team, maybe with a couple of Sail Sharks. I call them the Sail Box, that type of team. Yeah, he did sign for Montpellier, but with all these COVID stuff, their money situation wasn't that good. So he actually signed a contract back with the Stormers. So at the moment, he's the backup fly half. The senior fly half for the Stormers at the moment is Damian Willemse, who's what, 22, 23. Kate Voliter, he's 19. So very young talent and promising talent for them as well. I want to see this draft now. They're just holding us on a line now here. Anyone else from South Africa over here? Did you guys get your ballot results? Are you guys going to the Lions games? I'm gonna go watch the British and Irish Lions versus the Springboks. Actually got my results. I'm in South Africa. I'm in Bloemfontein, Cheetah Country. It's showing all the players very slowly. I think we're still gonna wait a little while. I don't know. Which Duplessis? Duplessis, John-Luc Duplessis. He moved to Japan as well. He signed a contract there now. So Damien Willemse, he was demoted to fullback in that last game of the normal Super Rugby, but he's back on track for fly half position. I can't wait for that British and Irish Lions tour. It's going to be my first one. I can't wait for it. Next one, I'll probably have a wife and kids and all that type of stuff. Don't know if I'll be able to go watch it. I'll probably go watch it. I'm a big enough fan to go watch it. just still talking about players that they want in their teams. Talking about guys like Pokomela and those guys. He's just talking about the different positions, like loose forwards, what's important for Rassi's team, what's important for Ninaber's team, that type of stuff. But at the moment, no picks have happened yet. They are loose forwards, so we have scrum-halves, fly-halves, centers, outside backs, and then we'll probably see the picks. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Young guys are actually probably going to step up here as well, because guys like Augustus, he had an amazing season. Noche, amazing season. He probably would belong in the Springbok squad for this rugby championships. Who else? James Venter from the Sharks. He wasn't great form. I just know he's probably injured at the moment, so don't know if he's going to actually make it to the game. Jaco Kriel, who's back for the Lions, he's also a guy to look out for. Yeah, they they're talking about the overseas guys coming that are back. Carr, Vermeulen, Kriel, those are big names that are back in the loose forwards. Like I said, Jason Jenkins in the locks, he's a great guy to have back in our teams as well. They're gonna draw this out as long as they can, I think. I do think so. Who do you guys think is going to be the centers? These players are still stressed. They're showing the players on screen. All of them are actually zooming in. Nohamba, Noche, Simelane, Pok, Widdendal. All of them are watching it live. Looks like they're pretty stressed. Carr, Nizam Carr, yeah. Steyn and almost forgot Francois Steyn is back in the country. Almost forgot. He's definitely going to be the inside center for one of those teams. Why wouldn't you want him? He can kick a mile. So, yeah, great bringing that up. I almost forgot about that. Scrum half in South Africa, that's also going to be a big one because our main choices are actually overseas. We only have Herschel Yankees, who's our senior guy left in South Africa. And I mean, he made his debut last year. What a debut year it was. Uh, but after him, who is it? It's probably going to be Nohamba, I would say. Third choice, fourth choice, because you need guys on the benches as well. That's where things start getting questionable. That's probably going to be under 21 guys like Hendrikse. He's pretty good. Can't see anyone else really that stands out for me. So it's going to be interesting how it goes. But I just wish they could get into the picks now. Yeah, remember what they said now as well. Andre Pollard being injured at number 10. What Bosch and what Willemse does at number 10 is going to be important. I already mentioned Voliter. Lebok, Whitehead is actually mentioned as well. Whitehead is a player for the Griquas. That's a big name over there. I did not expect him to actually be listed over there. I actually went to primary school with the guy. Who would have known? I would actually know a person that actually could become a Springbok end of this year. So pretty interesting. Yeah, we don't have a lot of experience and depth at the centers at the moment because, yes, we have France and we have We'll probably have them on opposite teams if I understand these things correctly. Then it's young guys in there, and especially inside center. I'm worried about that, and I really think they might think of putting Elton Yankees on the inside center. There's some birds outside my window. Yeah, yeah, he might be a target in the defensive line. He's not the best defender over there. Prefer Bosch over Willemse. Something you have to know, I am a massive Stormers fan, so I would always prefer Willemse. But on form, on Super Rugby form, earlier this year, Bosch. Bosch was better. His defense is very poor, though. I have statistics of it. I did a Does Size Matter series a little bit earlier this year. His defense was the lowest of all number 10s in the Super Rugby. So it's not a guy you really want to put in that channel. Willemse, he's a bigger guy, a stronger guy, but I think he might be moving to fullback at the moment. Yeah, all three of them aren't the best at defense, honestly. The game is played next weekend, next Saturday. going to be massive. So this weekend it's the Super Fan Saturday, which are the local teams, like the Super Rugby teams, and then next week it's that green versus gold. Might get my wish with Willemse at 12. You remember, I've always wanted Willemse at 12. I've always said he might be a good option there with his step. He has a very good step, great ball distribution skills, great kick, but let's be honest, he loves running with the ball. So number 12 in South Africa, that's the type of number 12 you usually have, a guy that takes the ball forward and actually busts into tackle. So that's the type of guy I'd love to see how South Africa would go with a different type of number 12. Let's see how it goes, though. I do think there's going to be a couple of surprises in this selections. In fullback, though, we know Galant. He's safe with his position. Who else is there? I keep looking over here because my screen's over there now. Other fullback, I was actually shocked to see Blommetjies wasn't listed. He was great. Unfortunately, Rhino Smith from the Cheetahs as well. He was injured now, so Willemse is a better defender. On that statistics that I did do, he was above average. Yankees, he was on average. Bosch is way below average. He's not the best defender, and that's honest. Yeah, 3rd of October. I don't know about the time and stuff, though. Sounds like a couple of neighbors are having a party already on a Friday. I hear music. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. Hookers are actually a big problem as well now that they say it, because let's face it, the two teams will probably go with Bongi and Skara, and then who's your other guys? It's just youngsters. It's guys like, what are they? It's Erasmus, Grobelaar, Mbata, it's Richardson. It's a lot of young guys. So hookers are actually also a position that needs to be looked at. And this weekend with this Super Fan Saturday, I want to see which of the youngsters do actually show what they can do. Okay, they finally at the outside backs. Finally. Speckman probably will get a pick. I can't see why he wouldn't get a pick. But I don't know. Could go a lot of different directions. Oh, sorry, the dogs are barking now next door. Hopefully that's not too bad for you. Sounds like they're fighting next door. Man, they have not went into the picks yet. They're still talking about what their tactics are around the different positions. So we'll see how that goes over there. I want to see this, though. I want to see the front rows be Stormers on the one side and Sharks on the other side, because that's where we are blessed in this country with Springbok still over here. We have Kitshoff and Malherbe for the Stormers. We have Nche and the Tuay for the Sharks. So I would love to see that happening over there. The Stormers were the best scrummaging side in South Africa before the break, so I don't know how everything's changed before then. Dweba needed to be here for this game. I really wish he was here, but now he's moved off to Bordeaux, if you even say it like that, in France. So unfortunately, we won't see him there, but I do like seeing him play. He's a massive ball carrier, and I do hope he will be picked for this rugby championship. I would say he's probably the best other choice that hasn't been a Springbok yet. Because I'd probably say that it's Marks and Bunambi that's neck and neck for that first start. I don't know if they'll actually go to this competition. Then it's Ntubeni and Dweba. I'd say Dweba is probably better than Ntubeni. Yeah, that's also a good point they brought up. The 9-10 combo will be interesting. So maybe we see a Stormers versus Sharks one there as well, with Bosch and Nohamba versus Yankees and Willemse. We might see that as well. They want to play some running rugby. I can see they want to play some running rugby with the talks. But they still haven't picked. I just realized all three of the guys on the seats are bald. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. David's Ninober and Stick doesn't have hair. Super Rugby team. Yeah, there's not a lot of Springboks in the Super Rugby teams. You guys better not go to a commercial now. It sounds like they want to go to a commercial. These guys, they can do it like that. They love doing it like that. Sorry, just sounding. Just want to hear what they say. Yeah, adverts. We knew that's gonna happen. Yeah, Skara has been so unlucky for years with injuries, and I've thought a lot of times that he did deserve to be there. Ach, look, he did play in the era of guys like Bismarck as well that kept him just outside of the fringes with the Springboks as well. So, yeah, Skara, I hope he does get a shot. I do think that it will be Skara versus Mbunambi. I do think that's probably the best two hookers in South Africa at the moment. That's what I'm excited for, to see those neck and necks, or those guys that play for the same team playing up against each other. I can't wait to see that. Hopefully there's just no injuries. Really, we can't afford any injuries in this game. And there's specific guys that we know like getting injured. There's specific guys. Looking at the Stormers, right, Grant? There's a lot of them that always get injured. Okay, looks like they're moving into something now. It's probably going to be the coin toss now. Number one, two choices. Number two, two choices. Okay, coin toss going to happen first. The draws done from 1 to 15. Okay, 6 reserves chosen. 3 additional forwards, 3 additional backs. I think those additional ones are the youngsters they were talking about. Okay, let's see how it goes. It's coin toss time. Okay, this coin toss is very important. Who gets the first pick? Okay, coaches in. Davids and Stick. This is quite interesting. Stick says he'll let the old man call. It's already happening. Heads. Davids can choose what he wants to do. He's consulting with Ninober if they want to pick first or not. Ah, interesting stuff. Everyone with smiles on their faces, all in fun. Okay, David's is going to pick first. Okay, let me sit forward. Wow, my seat is squeaky. Okay, let's see. First pick. Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. I want to hear what they say in this first lines. Okay, so if you've missed it, Davids is picking first. Oh, Stick says he's going to benefit over time if they pick first. Yeah, Skara deserves to be playing. Okay, doing the hygienic handshake. Our president showed us perfectly how to do that. Okay, first picks. Here it goes. Wow, this is quite cool. They have a whole screen over here. Quite cool. Okay, so they're picking from props first. Team Gold first. We're talking about experience. Okay, let's see. Logically, they say. Thought it's going to be the first one. Steven Kitshoff going to Davids and Ninaber. That's in the gold team. They said he's won a World Cup. They're going to take him. It's the most logic one. That's probably what Rassi would have wanted to pick. Let's see. Rassi, probably Nche. Let's see. Let's let's see. It's basically just stick picking here because Rassi's on a screen, so you can't really whisper in his ear. Let's see who they pick next. So what do you think? Kitsov, that would be the smartest choice for the gold, so I would have wanted him. Rassi says he's going to pick all the forwards. Lucid was off. Well, voice. Lucid is off Kitsov. So, uh, yeah. Rassi went with Nche. I thought it's going to be Nche. So, we're having that Stormers Sharks battle. So, Kitsov is in David's side of gold. Nche is in the green side with Rassi and with Stick. Oh, the music is so suspenseful. They really want to get people stressed for this. Oh, so they pick more props now. Okay, so they pick the tight head prop now, I think. What? Who would they go with? Team Gold? Thinking? Yeah, Premier Lucid makes all sense. Sorry, I'm trying to hear what they're whispering to each other. Yeah, Rassi is a big fan. I mean, he coached him at the Cheetahs. No, did he? Oh, apparently Koboka is injured. He wouldn't be picked. They said they would have wanted to pick him for gold. Dylan Smith from the Lions. Interesting choice. He's a big guy. I've walked into him uh, in Cape Town before. Very big guy. So there's two loose heads there. Kitsov and Dylan Smith for Team Gold. Rassi says he thinks that's the right pick. He just says they forgot that Thomas du Toit can play on both sides, so he's trying to get in their head. Rassi says he's going with Thomas du Toit. Ninover says that's the first ace up their sleeve because he's picking a tight head before he actually picks a loose head. That is quite interesting going with that first. Stick and Rassi, yo, my chair is so squeaky. Stick and Rassi is saying that David's them are just taking too long. Oh, so Rassi gets another pick then. It's typical NFL draft style. So we have Nche and the Tway for Team Green. That's solid. That's solid Springboks. Rassi says the Tway isn't going to play Lucid in the game. He just wanted him in his team quickly. So picking hookers now. Gonna be Mbunambi for Rassi. Pick Bongi. He said he played in a World Cup final. He has to have him. No brainer. Rassi is playing mind games. That's typical. How do we know him by now? How do we know him by now? Okay, so Team Gold picking their one. Probably going to be into Benny. Come on. I want to see what they're going to go there. They also want to make a trick now. Skaran to Benny. I called it as well. So two Stormer hookers there up against each other. Gonna like seeing that happen. Ninober is saying he's actually in Rassi's mind because he gets the first tight head prop pick, Ninober. So now he could pick a nice tight head over there, hinting at Franz Stein. So they're getting in each other's head. Rassi says he has played this game a couple of times this week with other people before to try and figure out his game tactics. That's typical Rassi. He will do something like that. Johan Grobler is injured, so he can't be picked. Skalke Rasmus for this, he's an ex-Stormers player, went to the Bulls, so Rassi does like his Stormers players after being a director of rugby there. So going with Skalke Rasmus. Okay, so far for green it is Nche, Ditwe, Mbonambi, and Skalke Rasmus. Gold it is Kitshoff, Dylan Smith, Ntubeni. They're thinking about these second hookers. Let's think. I'd probably go with Richardson. I don't know. Mbata is good as well. Yeah, they say they have their option. Yeah, Dylan Richardson is like a mini Skalk Brits. That's what Ninaber says because he can play flanker as well. So and he played junior box. So Dylan Richardson, two youngsters there on the bench. I would have loved to see the players' reactions now live while this is happening, but unfortunately not. Tighted props. We know what Ninaber is gonna do. We know what he's gonna do. He's gonna pick Malherbe. He says he doesn't need a clock. He knows. I called it, Grant. I called it, you guys. It's a Stormers front row for Ninaber's team. He he has Kitshoff, Ntubeni, Franz Malherbe. That's a pretty good front row over there. So Rassi says no, he knew this was gonna happen. He knew they're gonna go like that. Trevor Nyakane from the Bulls, obvious choice as well. But he's not picking him yet. He's still talking, but I think he's probably. Remember, Koboka is injured, but he's a loose head actually. Sorry. Trevor, Trevor. It's also another Springbok. Yeah, you have to go with the Stormers front row. I mean, they played World Cup. Ntubeni would probably have wanted to be switched out with Mbunambi if I was Team Gold, but it's a combination there. Stormers have the best locks, but the Bulls, man. Have you seen the Bulls now? They have Jenkins and Manjesi. They brought them in. Both of them are good options. Ruan Dreyer. They say they want to go with experience. Okay, Team Green went with Ruan Dreyer. Yeah, Ruan Dreyer from the Lions. Okay. Okay, so Rassi needs to pick his second choice. He's saying Marcel van der Merwe, but he hasn't seen him playing in a while. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of Jenkins. I have to be honest. He's kind of like a flanker, but he's not a out and out lock. Luan de Bruin. I don't even. From where is Luan de Bruin? Is he a cheetah? Yeah, he's a cheetah. That's the type of stuff I I should know, guys, but I honestly didn't think he's gonna be picked. Luan de Bruin. on Rassi's side. He says he sees potential in this guy. So if Rassi plans like that, so and they want a dark horse in the game. So Ninober went with experience with Dreyer. Rassi went with the less experience internationally. I see the guy is 27 years old. He is already older. Luan de Bruin. Okay, locks. I would want Manjesi in my side. Grant, what's your opinion on Manjesi? I'd want him at my side. Yeah, there's a lot of injuries in the lock, so it's important to get those guys running well in this lock department in this game. Rassi is saying this is where you can put up your hand in the locks. For anyone that joined now, I'll tell you what the teams are now. I'm just waiting for it to appear on my screen again. JD Schikkeling, Rassi, sticking with his Stormers. Thought he would. Yeah. Rassi says he likes Schikkeling because he can play 4 and 5, and he can call the locks, so after throw, so he likes him. Okay, so Team Green, which is Rassi, has Oxenche, Ditwe, Mbunambi, Erasmus, Niakane, De Bruin, interesting one, Schikkeling. Team Gold, they took it off again, I can't see. Yeah, I agree. Manjesi, Jenkins, Ori, good options there. Who's a different lock that plays almost like a number 8? Manjesi does play like that as well. Jenkins does play like a flanker to me. I think he's a lot like Peter Stex the Toy. Stick says that the other team didn't do their homework. Team Gold, Davidson, Ninober, because they're taking too much time. Iron Andrews, he has to be. Oh, Murat. Stormers being split up there. Team Gold says, and Murat has played with Skara, so you want him to be there for the calls. Okay, so Gold is Kitsov, Dylan Smith, Ntubeni. Who's the other hooker? They took it off the screen again. Richardson, Malarbe, Dreyer, and then Murat in that side. Yeah, Manjesi. He does play similar to a number 8. The first pick was Steven Kitsov, but they did start by position, so they did start by tactic. It's not completely like a NFL draft. Murat versus JD. Great to see that one, I agree. The Stormers are being split up completely. Yeah, they want someone with experience in that side for Ninober then. Marvin Ori. We called he's a guy that can't miss out. Marvin Ori and Murat in the side for the gold. Rassi looks like he has a problem now. Opama Oje is listed as a lock. Yeah, they said with Marvin Ori, you don't have to coach a lot of lineouts. It doesn't take too much time. Mohoje is also a guy listed there, but he's actually a flanker. Interesting. Iron Andrews thought so. He to me is the standout lock in South Africa at the moment. A lot of people will disagree with me. A lot of people think Roots is better even in his own team. I think Iron Andrews is brilliant so far this season. In my dream teams in the normal Super Rugby, he made it all the time. Okay, so Iron Andrews and JD Schikkeling versus Murat and Marvin Ori. Yeah, Grant, as far as I remember, you're not a big fan of Ori. Well, I'm not a big fan of Ori. I think you're a bigger fan than I am. Loose forwards. Rassi says now he's happy because now he can pick first. That's why he didn't want to pick first. Oh, there's big guys over here. Rassi says he'll look for a World Cup winning captain. Yeah, Opa has played lock a lot for the Cheetahs, but he hasn't played it in years. Okay, Sia Kulisi on Rassi's side on Team Green. Ninober's not happy with that, but one day. Van Staden probably. Let's see. Creel, dark horse in the number 6 jersey. Who's matching the World Cup winning captain, they say. They say unstructured play is going to be important. Turnovers, Van Staden has to be. Yeah, they said he was unlucky not to make it. Marco van Staden on Team Green. Krill, I think he'll probably be in the extended squad of these. I don't think he'll start, but he'll definitely be on the bench. Jaco Krill is a big name to have back in South Africa. I'm a massive fan of Van Staden. He took the untraveled route coming from small school to actually become a Springbok. I love his story and everything. So, Van Staden. They're talking, these two guys. Oh, sorry. It's not Rassi them. It's obviously David's them taking their time. Experience number 7. Ninaber says he coached him at Bishop's, not at Province anymore. Yes. Nizam Kar. I did not see him as being a first runner, like in the first round. I thought he'd probably be on the reserves, but he's a big name to have back. He was in exceptional form for the Wasps. I don't know if you guys watch Premiership, but he's been in great form. Rassi shaking his head. That was obviously his pick. Rassi says he wants to see the list again because that was obviously his pick. Rassi says he doesn't know how they're going to win line out ball because they're short. Yeah, Yakril has been injured for quite a while, but we know he will slot into any team. Arno Botha, Munster star back. I mean, Rassi knows him from Munster. Nina Aber knows him as well, though. So Team Gold looks like they're happy with them going with Arno Botha. He's a big guy to have in the side. Car, I think he was a bit overrated when he was in South Africa, but just looking at how he's played for the Wasps, he's been good. But I did not see it being a first round pick, really. Rassi says Dwayne. Yeah. Rassi picked Dwayne at number 8. That's the two captains I thought would be. I thought it's going to be Dwayne on the one side, Kulisi the other side. Dwayne is the cap. Oh, Dwayne and Kulisi is on the one side. That's a pretty good loose forward combo there. Dwayne, Arno Botha, and Kulisi. That's a good combo there. That's a World Cup winning combo. Arno Botha easily could be in a World Cup team. Nina over them have their option. Noche, he's in. We said who's going to be the backup number 8. I thought it's going to be Noche. He was brilliant earlier this year. At the moment, I have to say, oh, they're showing Noche live. Noche's pretty. Oh, he's listening to what they're saying about him. They want to see what he can do in the wide channels. So they showed the players live and their reactions. He was pretty chill, doing nothing. He was shocked, they said. Oh, they want to first hear what their thoughts are on the packs. But the loose forwards for Rassi's team, for the green team, is very good. Okay, so the team so far: Gold, Kitshoff, Dylan Smith, Ntubeni, they have Richardson, Malarbe, Dreyer, Murat, Ori, Van Staden, Carr, and Noche. That loose forward combo not that good as the green team. Green team is Nche, Detue, Mbunambi, Erasmus, Niakane, then Luan de Bruin, Schikkeling, Andrews, Kulisi, Arno Botha, and Vermeulen. That loose combo adds very good, very good. I wonder who's going to be the captain for the gold team. Probably a guy like Kitshoff or something like that at the moment, if I have to look at the team. The most experienced guy is probably Kitshoff. Who do you guys think will be the captain so far for the golden team, with Vermeulen being out there? Who picks the first scrum off? Because they're going to get Herschel Jantjies, and we know he's going to be the live wire. Who's going to make the first backline picks? I think the backline picks is one each. It's not 2-2. The music is so dramatic. Yeah, the gold side is quick. Carr is a runner with it. He likes running with it. Good point. I mean, the loose forward combo for the green team isn't the fastest combo you will find. Kulisi, Arno Botha, and then Vermeulen. Okay, all these players look stressed. It's just a lot of backline players left. Noche is just there. He's just sitting there, looks shocked. He's not doing anything. Halfbacks, can't wait. Also say I can't wait. Okay, backlines, here we go. Halfbacks, Jantjies, Willemse, one team, Nohamba, and Bosch, the other team. Has to be. Van Zyl Papier, they can be benched. Okay, Team Gold first. Herschel Jantjies, obvious choice. They want someone that's nice and quick. The gold side is looking quick at the moment. If you look at that team, it is pretty quick. Herschel Jantjies, first pick in the Scrum-halves. Has to be Nohamba. Has to be. And he's not experienced. I want to see what Nohamba's reaction is because he is live. Let's see. Maybe they go with someone a bit more experienced like Papier or Van Zyl. Papier, maybe. I like him a bit more. They're talking about Nohamba. They're saying they have experience in the loose forwards. Nohamba's at the scrum half because they have Dwayne, Sia, and Botha. They don't need experience at scrum half as well. So it's Nohamba versus Jantjies. I called it. Two scrum halves first. Joel Stransky got all excited about who's number 10 gonna be, obviously. Oh, it's a tasty combination or tasty competition there because it's speed there. Speed. Papier. I would go with Papier. I think he's just not getting enough time with the Bulls. He's better than they use him for. Noamba is a true talent. He's a future star, I think so. Because he can play 10 as well. Very small number 10, but he can play there. Good kicker. Hendricks. That was shocking. I did not think. That's a under 21. Rassi is rubbing his eye. It looks like he wanted to have him. So it's it's Jantjies and Hendricks for Team Gold. It's a youngster. And they say it's a guy that the other team won't know well, so they wouldn't know what to do. blindside snipes all the time, both of them. Hendricks as well. Papier. Give another one like that. Give another one like that. I want to know that. Rassi. It's now between the two bulls, Van Zyl and Papier. I would hate it to be them in this situation. They say the nature of this game, players haven't played for a long time. They want to impact player with X factor. Embro's Papier is very quick. He can play winger as well. Embro's Papier. The Van Zyl is the unlucky one missing out. Rassi saying, wait. Time's up, but they're talking. Rassi and Stick is having a little bit of a conversation here with the two bulls. He's one of the quickest nines in the world. Definitely, Grant. I agree. Yeah, it's handy to have a number 9 that can kick like that. I mean, Willems, his kicking wasn't brilliant. So if you do have Willems at the end of the day, you want a better kicker, but Willems will probably kick. Okay, so they went with Papier there. Yeah, Van Zyl is pretty average to me as well. They call him Van Snail over here because he's very slow. Okay, Team Green picked Elton Yankees as their fly half. So that's interesting. It's the more experienced guy, definitely. So Noamba, he'll have guys around him with experience. They're talking about Damien just being a big threat to the line. His kicks have improved over this lockdown. He's trained very hard on it. But I mean, Willemse and Yankees being in the same team for Team Gold, definite. You have to have them. I'd rather take that than Bosch, even if Bosch is in a little bit better form, or if he was even ranked higher, I would have went with him. Okay, so they're picking number 11s already. They're not going to pick a second number 10 already. Okay, so Team Gold is Dion Davids and Ninaber. Team Green is gonna be a Stick and Rassi Erasmus, but it's basically the assistant coaches that are coaching. The other guys are team commissioners, whatever that is. Yeah, Jake White will love Van Snail because he's going to be kicking the ball to the opposition, and the opposition will have to run back at his big forwards. Sergil Peterson, Team Gold. So there's a lot of stormers at the moment there in Team Gold. Sergil Peterson is bloody fast. He's very fast. They're saying they want Sergil Peterson there because maybe a couple of cross kicks there between the 10s and the 9s. It is a big Stormers camp on the Gold side. Stick says, Rassi says, Stick, you're the sevens guy. Take your backline play. Speckies. Speckies. Osanatla. Sanatla! There's a lot of Stormers in the green team as well, but it looks at the moment like I'll be supporting the gold team as well. So Sanatla versus Peterson, the two Stormers being split up. Sanatla is the first Stormer in the back line for the green team. They already have Nohamba, Papier, Elton Yankees, and now Sanatla. The gold team so far, it's a lot of players. I'll get to that now. Sorry, I just want to hear the picks. Franz Stein. Franz Stein, Team Green. They said they didn't need to explain. So Elton Yankees, Frans Steyn will be the combo there. They did actually play together. Number 10s are Elton Yankees versus Damian Willemse. Bosch was left out because they said Team Green, Team Gold went with Herschel Yankees at number 9, so they went with another Stormer at number 10 as well. Oh, who's the other inside center? That was the one I was talking about before the time. Let's see. Rikus Pretorius, another Stormer. The gold team is solid Stormers. So Grant will probably take that. Uh, so so they can pick the outside center now first. They'll probably go for as well. He'll be the first non-Stormer in that back line. Yeah, Lucanio he's in the gold team. He joins the Stormers backline. Now we can see how it would have been if he did join the Stormers. Elton Yankees Frans Steyn combo will be interesting. I do think they did play together in the World Cup in that mini games in Italy and Namibia though, and Canada. I think they played together versus them. These guys are scratching their heads. Is talking to his roommates. Simelane, Kok, all of them are on the screen. Widdendal is on the screen as well. Oh, that's gonna be bad if they do miss out. Simelane is in. Oh, can they just show his reaction? So it's Yankees, Frans Steyn, Simelane for the backline of the green team. Bosch isn't playing yet. They haven't picked him yet. But there's still a lot of picks left. Still a lot of picks left. Right wing. Team Green. Makwane. Penke. Kings. He goes with Penke. I can't say that, sorry. Grant and the Stormers fans secretly want to play for them as well. Bosch will play. I would definitely pick him. I'd actually think at fullback maybe Galante versus Bosch. Who knows? That's quite interesting. Penke. He has to get it right. Fullback. Oh, right wing. They said first. Guys are getting confused as well. Skosan maybe. Let's see. Right wing for green team. Sorry, man, that I haven't listed the team yet. It's just so much. I'll list that a little bit later. They want sevens players against sevens players. Fullback. Roscoe Speckman at Team Green. So he's going to be their fullback. Wait, guys, sorry, I'm getting confused because the guys are different way around. Roscoe Speckman is a right wing for Team Gold. So they have now Sergio Peterson and Roscoe Speckman over there. We would welcome to the Stormers any day, Grom. Warwick Galant, fullback for Team Gold. So that Stormers side is Team Gold, man. Grant, I agree with you. I'll probably be going after that golden team as well, supporting them as well. I think they'll probably show the full teams now, and then I could run through them. So the backline so far for the gold is Herschel Yankees, Willemse, Pretorius, then they have Peterson, Roscoe Speckman, and then Galant. Sorry, at the moment, this is just my prediction of who I think would have been, or what the 93 players were. I can't type the teams and actually do that at the same time. So, sorry, Preston, can't do that at the moment. That's just the guys that are on option. If that does help, I'll leave it like that for you. I did want to have it differently, but yeah, let's leave it like that then. Does that help? Hopefully it does. So Team Green, Gianni Lombard, youngster. Team Green. Gianni Lombard is a big friend of Willemse. I know that. So they are now up against each other. Okay, so Team Green is Nohamba, Yankees, Frans Steyn, Similane. Then they have Sinatla, Penke, and then Lombard. So they have a little bit of a Lions backline there, but not completely. No problem, Preston. Sorry that I can't list what is actually being shown on the screen or how the teams look so far. But yeah, I think that would help as well. Okay. They're saying they're running out of time. I hope not, because there's like a whole bench left to be picked. So okay, what they cannot stop now. They cannot stop. There's like a whole bench left. Let me just see what's going on. Both coaches saying they had to make a couple of adjustments because of the picks from other. They've run out of time. Honestly. So what about the benches? Yeah, so they'll probably show on Facebook or something. Director said he added some time. Thank you, because otherwise that would have been a little bit of a mess up. Hopefully the guys that left now, so they have to pick quickly now. A little bit of speed. Okay, so locks first, because the forwards have already been chosen. They have chosen basically the whole beginning team, the whole starting team. Sorry, wrong words. But they're running now. They're very quick now, so I can't get too much into it. Golden team is a lot of Stormers. Green team is a lot of Sharks and Lions. It is more important than the state of the nation. Okay, team green for Rassie went with Opa Mohoje. That's the option for lock and loose forward, like we said earlier in this video. Okay, second row or loose forward. Jason Jenkins for Team Gold. It's actually a different team than the Stormers. That's interesting. Okay, so they've both went with two locks on the bench. Okay, they're going very quickly now. So Team Gold, they're struggling to see whose pick it is. Maybe Leroux Roots, I don't know. Manjezi, they haven't picked him yet. Oh, they have the wrong list on the screen for the guys. The guys in the back are not working well with them. Yeah, it will be the Golden Stormers. Grant, he's not that bad. Stop being like that. Jenkins is good. Jaw dropper, they say. Ninaber say this is a jaw dropper. James Fenter, I think, isn't he injured though? I can swear he's injured. I swear the Sharks said he was injured. Sorry, Preston, there's no way. I want to, promise you I want to, but I can't. But I think probably after this they'll show the teams and I can run through it for you. But there's no way. It's just a hassle. I see Martin is actually listing the players. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I do appreciate that. But I can't type and look there. It's just going to be impossible. Thanks, Martin. I really appreciate it. Rassi's pick for a backup forward. Augustus, maybe? Jakubutsia. Yeah, oh, he just had a concussion. You're right. Rassi says Jakubutsia in the mix. Junior Pokomela. Okay. Team Green have Mohoje and Pokomela. It's two cheetahs there. Whoa, why is Augustus there as well? Something's wrong with the cameras and stuff. Gold, yeah. Yeah, I know he did have a hamstring problem. Kutsia. They want to pick a youngster. Oh, Shituka. Shituka goes to the golden side. So we have a bull, a shark, and a lion on the bench for the Golden Stormers. Yeah, Augustus versus Vermeulen. That's going to be interesting. Augustus is on the bench for the green side. Bosch has to be in green. Bosch has been picked. Team Gold. So Bosch is the reserve for Willemse. We have an exciting two players there. So just to clear some confusion, Rassi's holding his mouth. He's not very happy with that number 10 pick from Gold. Stick says he'll pick someone he's worked with so far because it's not a lot of well-known players. Mani Lebok. Good pick probably. Mani Lebok. Because now it's Bosch and Lebok on two different benches, and they're basically teammates at the moment at the Sharks. Mani Lebok. No outside players are being considered. It's only domestic players. That's why it's such an interesting thing, because half of our Springboks of last year's World Cup is playing internationally. Team Green for Rassi and Stick says they have a young 12, so they're actually going to go with another one. Looks like Jeremy Ward going number 12. He said he would have wanted to give Odendaal a go, but he's going to go with Jeremy Ward. So two youngsters at number 12. Team Gold might try to expose those two number 12s on the green team. Remember, the centers are a big problem at the moment in domestic South Africa at the moment. Reserve center. Okay, reserve center for Team Gold. There's a couple of options there. He's worked with him at the Stormers, Ninober says, again. And Sevens, probably Cook. Cook is in. Odendaal isn't in, and he's actually live streaming in this thing. That's horrible. Think of it if that had to happen to you. That would suck. Poor Odendaal. He's live on the screen here at the moment. Cook looks very happy. Okay, outside backs. Gold team. Makwane. Come on, you have to go with Makwane. Have to go with it. He's brilliant in the Pro Forward. Team Gold says they're going to pick another center. Ruan Mel? Maybe they picked Werner Cook actually as a winger. Burger O'Neill still not getting a pick. Manny Russ in the golden team. There's a lot of Lions on the bench. Rassi does not look happy with that. Yeah, they definitely did not see that one. Yeah, Woodendaal doesn't get picked while on live TV. That's a shocker. Werner Kok was a pretty big shocker as well, but I think they did pick him as a wing. I think that's what the surprise there was. But I can't believe they didn't go with Makwane. Team Green has to pick him. Stick is having a little bit of banter. Has to be Makwane. Come on, how can he not be picked as a outside? How can he not be picked? He's been brilliant in the Pro 40. Unless no, he's not injured. They say Skosana Hendricks, they have their experience. Malcolm Jar, he's getting a chance. The Cheetahs player who played at the PE. So Stick is going with his PE players, his EP Kings. I can't believe Makwane is not picked though. That's a big shocker. Is there any left? Any extra picks left? Wow. Oh, my phone is ringing. Sorry, I'm recording from my phone actually. So my camera now. Sorry. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. Great. Sorry. I think my girlfriend is searching for me. This video is a lot longer than I expected. They're starting to search for me. Let me just reply here as well. Okay, entire goal team. Steven Kitshoff, Ntubeni, Malherbe, Murat, Ori, Van Staden, Kar, Noche, Jantjies, Willemse, Petersen, Pretorius, Speckman, Galant. Then their replacements are Dylan Richardson, Steven Kitshoff, Ntubeni, Malherbe, Murat, Ori, Van Staden, Kar, Noche, Jantjies, Willemse, Petersen, Pretorius, Speckman, Galant. That's the team for gold. Their replacement, Richardson, Smith, Dreyer, Jenkins, Venter, Chituka, Hendrikse, Bosch, Kok, and Ras. Sorry about disconnecting for a long time there. My girlfriend is searching for me. It's a bit late. It is 7:20 already. This thing started at 6. So, Team Green, Nche, Mbunambi, Niakane, Schikkeling, Andrews, Kolisi, Captain, Botha, Vermeulen, Nohamba, Jantjies, Senatla, Stein, Simelane, Penke, Lombard. That's a shocker, actually. Skalk Erasmus, Thomas de Toey, Luan de Bruin, Oupa Mohoje. Then they have Jarno Augustus, Junior Pokamela, Ambrose Papier, Mani Libok, Jeremy Ward, Malcolm Jar. So it's a couple of youngsters there for the green team. Their backline is Simelane, Penke, Lombard, Senatla. All of them aren't really international, so Malcolm Jar, yeah, it's a guy I forgot about actually. Dan du Plessis, unfortunately, not picked. Rassi asking for advice. Rassi says Burger could have a blinder this weekend, and then they're going to be like, hell, why didn't we pick them? But that's how the picks work. Unfortunately, there's 33 guys that didn't get picked. Whew. And they said tomorrow anything could change with injuries and stuff. the coaches say they're going to be definitely watching the game. Oh, my phone is busy. People are searching for me on a Friday night. Why would people search for me on a Friday night? I mean, oh, so they're saying they've been preparing on training session videos. So it's going to be interesting how these teams go up against each other, actually. Okay, looks like that's the picks. That's all the picks for the game. Only 6 reserves have been picked. So I think they're going to pick a couple of youngsters as well, maybe tomorrow, because I know they said it's going to be big benches. That's just 6 on a bench. So there's still a couple of guys that needs to be picked. I did say a couple of youngsters might be coming in. So let's see who does come in. Unfortunately, guys like, what's his name? Like Voliter and those guys not in. Oh, was it Rassi asking me advice? I understand, Grant. Yeah, he should always ask me advice. Obviously, I know a lot more than him. Not at all. I don't know. I know a lot of stats. I know a lot of stats. Mrs. SkinnyBru is really searching me at the moment. So, but this is important at the moment. Just don't tell her. Okay, guys. I don't want to sign off before they say they are done, because a little bit earlier they changed their mind and they started picking further. So before I say I'm done and they start picking further, let me just see what's going on. Cohen Bosch and Willems are in the same side. Those two are going to be interesting because Bosch is the bench player for Willems. A lot of combinations in the gold side with Stormers. So gold team, that front row, which is Stormers, Kitshoff and Tubeni Malherbe. That second row is Murat Ori, Van Staden Noche. That's a quick loose forward combination. Herschel Yankees Willemse. That's a solid Stormers combination. Then they have Rikus Pretorius as well. So that's just Stormers over there. Then the green team, they have a mixed front with Nche, Mbunambi, and Yakane. That's 3 different teams over there. Schikkeling, Andrews, different teams there as well with the green team. Kulisi, Botha, Vermeulen, everything's just mixed with them. Noamba, Yankees, Frans Steyn, Similane. The green team is a mixed side. That's like a Barbarians team of South Africa, if you had to list a Barbarians team. Yeah, it's quite interesting how these 2 teams went. It's literally like a Stormers side versus a Barbarians side. Yeah, Stick says he's happy with these experienced guys he has. With like, he has Kulisi, Vermeulen, and Arno Botha. That loose trio. That's gonna cause havoc for the other side. Wow, that loose trio. I'm thinking of it already. Yankees, uh, Herschel Yankees versus Nohamba. Those sniping runs. Bosch, not Bosch. Elton Yankees versus Willemse. That's the experienced versus the next guy in line. Centers. Frans Steyn is going up against Rikus Pretorius. Wonder how that's gonna go. The wingers, that was the shockers to me. Really, that was the shockers to me, because guys like Sanatla and Peterson, I knew they'll probably be picked, and they were picked. And then now it's Malke Jar. He was picked. Who was the other winger? Can't remember. Yeah, it's the Stormers versus the rest of the South Africa. No, Grant, is the Golden Stormers. Yeah, it is a productive competition, this, because it is basically running for the spots in this game. Who's the other winger now? Malcolm Jar? The other one? Someone listed all of them. Speckman. Yeah, Speckman is the other one. Let me show that. I think that's pretty helpful. Thanks, Martin, again. So that was the one team. Oh, Birgit Odendaal does not look very happy. They're showing this guy and he's just sitting there flipping. They're saying everyone wave, everyone's waving, and Odendaal's just sitting there with a straight face. Poor guy. I can't believe they would have him live on the show and then not actually pick him. Yeah, he's the only guy that was live on the show that wasn't picked. So yeah. Yeah, Chris, I think I just did it now there with, is it the writing under me, or I think you probably were talking about the writing next to me. So that's a green starting team. Yeah, Golden Stormers, Grant, don't forget it. I wish I could list both teams at the same time. So that's the last time I'm going to show that team over there. Is going to be the guy helping Pretorius over there. Joining the Golden Stormers, the gold team. Going to be pretty interesting what happens over there. And then a last time, let me just show you the green team if you haven't seen it yet. That green team is a mixed bag of emotions, or a mixed bag, because it's just players from every single team. A lot of cheetahs actually made the cut. There was quite a few kings that actually, or ex-kings that actually made the cut as well. That was interesting. I didn't think they would, but they made the cut. Pretty happy with the two sides. I can't wait to see how these teams do play. Guys, I will do a preview video of how this will pan out at the end of the day, and how this competition, or how next weekend will go, and what excites me the most. I can't wait for it. I hope you guys are excited as well. You guys saw my phone has rang already as well, so I need to wrap this up, even though I would talk about these teams for quite a few hours still. So guys, enjoy your Friday night, enjoy your long weekend if you do have a long weekend. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate everyone that does join these type of things. I still enjoy all my rugby. Can't wait for the Springbok game to be played. It's going to be awesome. I think this is basically trial runs. The green team is stacked with powerful runners. I do agree, guys. So enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you enjoy this weekend's Rugby Superfan Saturday that is on tomorrow. I did make a preview video for that as well if you want to check that out. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, and then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers, guys. Thanks, Grant, for the chat. Thanks, Preston, for the chat. Chris, you joined a little bit late, but thanks for joining as well. Blues, you were there as well. Martin, thanks for listing the teams. Delta, thanks for being there as well throughout. A couple of Canadian guys being in there as well. Jan, thanks for joining. I'll see you guys for the next one. Enjoy your weekend. That was cool.